congratulations on season 2 of Ginny and Georgia. That's huge.
Oh,
What
thank
has it
you.
been like kind of building up to having that release and now having it out globally?
Um, I'll be honest, like my life, I was dealing with a lot in school and some personal stuff, so it kind of snuck up on me. I honestly didn't really think a ton about it, and then it came out. There were a lot of the press stuff was a like press reporting stuff, not the character press. The press stuff was very surreal because this time around, like we're not just some random show, now we are who we are.
Yeah.
And it was very surreal because it was like I just remember our media night. It was like we were all like, wow, okay, this was very Hollywood.
Yeah.
Our whole media night that we had December and yeah, all kind of just snuck up and it was very cool.
Yeah. I mean, for real, it's out on Netflix. It's been doing really good. I'm wondering, do you have a favorite fan interaction from either this season or last season, since the fans have been completely like obsessed with this new season?
Um, I got a couple stories. I got a couple stories
Okay.
for that. The my favorite interaction, I guess online would simply be, and I screenshotted this tweet,
Okay.
because like I'm very aware that like people kind of loathe Hunter, at least from season one. Very aware of that. So I heard that like people were enjoying Hunter more this season. I was like, okay. So I went onto Twitter to search, Hunter, Ginny and Georgia,
As
which
you
is like
do.
generally a really bad idea. But like 50, like as opposed to 100% of the comments all dunking on Hunter, 50% of them were positive. They liked Hunter. And I saw one tweet right here that says, while season two of Ginny and Georgia is significantly better, I still like season one more because of how terrible and messy it was. Like, I kind of miss Hunter being more significant because he made the show so insufferable, but funny and cringe, and it was fun.
I mean, at least it's honest.
I I actually think that is legitimately so funny. And I mean, like, to each their own, if that's what they come to the show for, then I guess that's what they come to the show for. And my favorite interaction in person, I was on a date once last year. Um, just like a Simplex VIP. Yeah, you're from Toronto, so
Yeah,
you'd know
yeah,
what that is. A Simplex VIP, and I told them, sometimes they get recognized in public, so if that happens, like it's all, don't worry about it. Um, we're at the end of our, we're just like settling up the bill, and the person serving us was like, hey, and also I just got this question, and I'm like, here we go. And this person was like, are you Felix Mallard?
Oh,
And I was like, oh
you were not prepared
no,
for that one.
I'm the other guy. I think it's really funny because it's like, look at my eyes. I'm a different race from Felix. Like, what? Am I Felix Mallard? Like, apparently, like, so it was like, okay, this person must be like familiar with the show and just like didn't really know, maybe got like names confused or whatever. It's like obviously one of the boys from the Love Triangle, right? But it was just
Yeah.
like, how the one Asian guy on the show. I guess I'm not the one Asian guy, but like the one half Asian guy on the show, like,
I mean, did you ever tell Felix about that?
oh yeah, like the first time I saw Felix afterwards, it was just like, hey dude, so like this happened. I just need to tell you. Like someone recognized me as you.
As you. Not as myself, but as you.
Not as myself. I mean, like that was like the first time, but like, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, hopefully it doesn't happen again. You
Oh
never
no,
know.
I hope it happens again. It was hilarious. Like it was really funny.
Next time, are you gonna answer is yes?
maybe, yeah, I might be like, yes. This person also like asked for like my autograph on like a random piece of paper from the receipt machine. So
Okay.
I'm part of me is like, man, I should have just said like yes, and then like wrote down, Felix as, as the as the autograph, or I don't know. I think I did I even write the other guy? I might have written the other guy when I did that autograph, but yeah.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. But going back to what you said about Hunter this season, I think he was grown a lot this season. And I'm wondering, what was that like kind of stepping back into this character, but also having like a new kind of take on him?
Yeah, it was honestly like kind of terrifying because I was like, oh, here we go. This is we're going back to Hunter, the character that has turned me into an international meme.
Yeah, no
Uh,
more tap
and
dancing.
the tap dancing, the Happy Friday thing, the oh my God, like literally I became a meme on the university campus and was like, geez, like the university I go to. So yeah, like every waking moment of my life has been dominated by Hunter. So going back to Hunter, it was like, okay, what's the take, right? And it was like, oh, okay, so he's like sad basically the whole time, but he's growing and he's maturing and he's trying to be as non-toxic as possible, which I thought was actually like, you know, I've never seen that in a TV show. I've never seen someone work so hard at not being problematic and toxic, because normally that's undramatic, but I guess in this case it was well, we had a lot of drama, and it's kind of a good breather, I guess, to other dramatic things that happen. So um yeah, it was I suppose that helped. It didn't feel like Hunter would be like ridiculous or something, or like um taken out of context, or just like dunked on, for it. So that was a relief.
I mean, I feel like it's also a relief for you that there's been like little to no memes about Hunter yet.
Yeah, I mean, some people are out there trying.
They're really trying.
They're trying. They'll take a still and they'll try to run with it, and it's just like, all right, wow, it's this is how being a meme works. People try their stuff, but yeah, like a lot of when I was looking at those tweets, a lot of them were like saying how they liked Hunter more now, or that he was the least problematic character in the show now, or or stuff like that. And it was just like, oh, okay. Well, at least I'm not the only one that sees the growth. A lot of the people that still like hated Hunter were mainly like they were mentioning stuff from season one still. So it was like either holdover hate, or maybe like their first time watching, or something like that. But yeah, I don't understand like is it wrong to like set up a character for growth? Like I don't understand like
No.
why is that allowed for, say, the white characters, but like Ginny and Hunter, they're just so annoying. And it's like, I don't know, that was just like so, as like a biracial person, and like watching the reactions come out, it was just like, Georgia's a literal murderer. And Marcus doesn't like do a lot of great things, especially off the top of the first season, you know what I mean? But God forbid Ginny and Hunter say something that's cringe or something, like it was just like, I don't know. It felt kind of like it felt pretty unavoidable that, we're both biracial, and yet we like our characters um cannot be on the screen for more than 2 seconds without someone feeling like, you know, they are they all need to like die. you
Yeah.
know, it was very, very strange how violent the reaction was to those two characters in particular, but
Yeah.
they
Honestly, sometimes you cannot catch a break on social media, but personally, I thought you and Ginny did amazing this season as
like,
character wise. So Props to you
Thank you.
guys.
I think Tony just killed it this season. Everyone did really, really well. Everyone brought their A game, but like, holy crap, Tony killed it.
She did. I mean, just her take on Ginny this season was phenomenal.
Yeah,
But I'm
yeah.
wondering the cast is super close. What was that like coming back and working with them? And did you guys possibly talk about like a season three and what you would want to see?
We, I'll be honest, we didn't talk about season three at all because it was really difficult getting through this one. It was kind of heartbreaking since we are so close, but because of COVID protocols,
Yeah.
like I was flying back and forth. I think I flew back and forth like 14 times throughout the entire process from Vancouver to Toronto. That's like 5.5 hours.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, like by the end, I'm not even kidding, like people were dropping like flies because of COVID. Like if you tested positive, you're out. And then everyone within a certain vicinity is also out. Um, like I still remember when we are one of the last days we were filming, I think the second last day, or maybe the last, no, the second last day, was people in the audience watching the play that's happening, Wellington, and like I'm not kidding, like you got the whole audience, and then like one section would go, and then another section would go, and it started creeping up until the section right behind me had to be taken out. And it was like, holy shit, like what's next? I'm gonna have COVID. And no, I didn't get COVID because of that. I remember when I finally did get COVID, it was right before I had to go back to Toronto to film my final scene, and that's with Felix. And I was like, oh, well, that's a really good scene for Hunter. Obviously, like I don't want to have that scene canceled because I'm very curious where that ends up. Um, so got over COVID by the skin of my teeth right there. Um, yeah, and I got to hang out maybe like twice with everyone, once for Nathan's birthday, and then another time Felix was having a little get together, but basically because of COVID protocols, we couldn't really see each other. And it's sad. We were hanging out like every week in season one. I lived in Toronto during season one, but times changed, and like we're all still very close and we all still love each other. But yeah, and I don't live in Toronto because yeah, there was a little viewing that Umberly and a bunch of them had, and couldn't I was invited, but I couldn't make it. So
That's
yeah.
unfortunate. I mean, hopefully you guys get to hang out soon.
Yeah, I mean, I hope there's a season three in a more peaceful world. And but can't not gonna hold my breath yet. It's way too early.
Yeah, for sure. But if you could describe this season as a whole in three words, what would they be?
Dark, growth, and WTF.
Okay, fair enough.
There are a few WTF moments for me, and I'm not gonna spoil. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna spoil, but yeah.
yeah. My last question for you. I know this release has been super big and it's Netflix, so everybody's seen it. But I'm wondering, do you have any future projects that you could hint at or talk about?
Yeah, I don't know when this is coming out, but filmed a movie called Boot Camp last like late summer, early fall. Uh play pretty much the polar opposite of Jonah. A really a kid named Jonah, the opposite of Hunter. I play a kid named Jonah. Kind of the antithesis of a good guy like Hunter.
Okay.
Um, yeah, that's the only thing that's coming out. I still don't know when the release date is or where it's coming out, but other than that, just been mainly working on school. And yeah, doing auditions. So that's all I got in the pipeline.
Yeah, you're keeping busy.
Yeah, yeah.
No, but thank you so much for the interview. It was so great talking to you and getting to know you.
Yeah, thank you for having me.